Hello, this is Carolyn with Carolyn's Paper Therapy. This evening I just wanted to share with you a little something I worked on today. I've been working so hard on my Simple Things journal, and I got a little bit tired of working on it, so I decided to do something else. This, I don't know about the rest of you, but I just keep buying digital files, and I have this very unorganized mass of stuff stored in the cloud in my files, and every now and then I'll buy the same thing I've bought before, and I go to download it and it tells me it's already there. And I had trouble figuring out how to manage all this, and since I'm not able to make myself stop buying the files, I decided to put together a little book. And I bought this composition book. And what I did was I went back through all my orders on Etsy and started this list of the files. And I'll show you this first, what I did. This is just a composition book. And I went through my purchases, and at the top I put the name of the shop that I bought the files from, and I started to list. And each time there was a new shop, I would start a new page for that shop. And I left a few pages in between just for multiple purchases from the same shop. So what I've ended up with is this book full of lists of files. Files that I've bought over time. And then as I went through, of course, I remembered the ones that I had made journals out of, and I put a star next to those just to show that I had used them before. And so they're not in alphabetical order by the shops, or the list of files are not in alphabetical order, but they are they are underneath the shop name. So if I find something that I like, I can go in and look here and make sure I haven't bought it already. And then each time I buy a new file, I will add it onto my list. And okay, so that's what I did. I bought this composition book, which is a nicely bound book that I thought would be heavy duty enough to use over time. And I had gotten these tabs free as a freebie from My Porch Prints. So if you like these, they're called Jane Austen tabs. And I'm sure you can go on My Porch Prints Facebook page and find a link to the file of these tabs. So after I listed all these shops in here and all my files last night, today I printed out all the tabs and cut them out, inked them, and put the name of the shop on the different tabs, so that when I want to add to a shop, I can go find the tab for that shop and add my new file. So that's what I did there today. And then I decided, since I went to all that trouble, that I would make a pretty cover. And I covered the front and back with this background paper that I had from one of the files that's listed in here. I thought it was pretty with the roses. Well, on the front, I ended up covering it all up, but I just kind of took what was here on my desk and made this collage on the cover. And I'll just describe what I did. There really wasn't any rhyme or reason to it. I just started picking things out and gluing them on here. So the first thing I did was put this lace down the side, and that just kind of covered up this pink that was on the edge of the page. Then this is a from a collage that I had made, and then cut it into journal cards and tags, and then decorated them. So this here was already done. It's the journal card from the collage. Some words on there. It says attitude of gratitude on it. It has a ring at the top with this ribbon tied through it, and a pear clip with pearls and a key and a heart charm. And then this is antique lace that was also mounted at the bottom of this. I have a whole box of things like that I've made, and I just pick out from time to time and use them. And so that's where that came from. These two yo-yos up here, my mother has made yo-yo quilts, so she gave me some extras that she had. And this is just some ribbon and ribbon roses. Here I just ripped a book page, used a butterfly sticker, and this is from G. Kerr's Words and Phrases. She has several different digital files of these, and this is from probably one or two. And so that's just glued right across there. This is just something that I had printed out that looks like old handwriting with a sticker on it. This is another little item that I had made. All it is a like a little journal card type thing with a pocket on it, and ready to be put into a journal. And I hadn't used it yet, so I stuck it on here and just put some little journal cards that I had laying around here. Another one of G. Kerr's sayings. This collage part here was already done, and then I trimmed it with the lace up here and the pearls just to kind of finish off the cover. I was going to reinforce the edge and decorate the back, but this has got a good binding on it, so I did not do that. I just decorated the cover. So I just wanted to share that tonight to maybe inspire someone who is having trouble keeping track of everything, as a way to be able to look up certain files, find the name in here, or and then search for it in the cloud, or however you're storing your files. It gets kind of overwhelming when you have as many as I've got, and I'm kind of ashamed of myself, but I just can't stop buying them. They're reasonably priced, and I can print them out as many times as I want to, and they're all beautiful. So that's my little book I worked on today. And the other thing I do to keep things organized is I ordered these folders off of Amazon, and they're just a kind of a see-through plastic folder with a snap, and they have this label card here where you can label what you've got in there. And the way I use it is whenever I have a kit, digital kit that I have decided to print, I print out the whole thing, and sometimes I don't use everything, and I have some left over. But anyway, while I'm working on it, I can keep it organized in this way. I have all the big pages, cardstock and regular paper, just stored in here, and then the little ephemera that I've cut out is stored in a little baggie. Normally, this is what I do when I have whatever I have left over. I put it in here, and I have a little stand that I just file these in. And this is French Florals from Chapter 1 Papers. So if I want to pull this out and use items out of it, or maybe even make another journal, I know where these came from, and I also know where I can go back to print some more. While I'm working on a project, I use these, I just use these little trays. These came from probably from Hobby Lobby or somewhere. And as I cut things up, I put them in these trays, and then they stack, and I can use them to work from when I'm working on a project. That just keeps my desk neater. And these two items here are going to help me to keep up with all this digital files that I have. That doesn't even include all the ribbons and lace and extra things that are all over the place here, but this at least keeps that part organized for me. So I hope you enjoyed this, and maybe it'll inspire you to come up with your own way to make a book that lists all your files. I just did it by hand rather than trying to put it on the computer. It just seemed easier for me to do it that way. So thank you for watching, and every day's a gift. Always look for the joy in every day. Be creative, share your talents, love everybody that you meet along the way. And thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.